today I'm gonna be going from noob to pro in Roblox Be Rich. But this time we're starting over with the most OP limited hive in the entire game. It literally just got added in the newest update. Stick around to the end to see just how crazy our farm gets, and consider subscribing. This is the brand new limited nuclear hive and atomic queen. And today we are going to see how fast we can go from noob to pro using this completely broken bundle. Firstly, let's purchase it. The part that I hate the most, I hate spending Robux. As you can see, we literally have $25. We have all of these beehives swirling around collecting as much as possible. But we are going to pick all of them up to place this ginormous nuclear hive, as well as using this extremely OP 20 times luck bee. The limited beehives are actually insanely worth it, in my opinion. They speed up the process of this game so fast. So let's go ahead and collect all of these basic hives to make space for this completely broken nuclear hive. I think we might be able to find a location. Placement obstructed. How is it obstructed? Oh, there we go. Wait, okay. Oh, it's this simple. This jar's in the way. Get out of the way, jar. Okay, we can literally only place that pretty much. I mean, we can place these basic hives around it, but I don't even think it's worth it. Look at the way that thing flies around it. Is that even a bee at this point? That doesn't even look like one. But we can just go ahead and put our single simple jar here, and this thing is probably going to be filled up, yeah, instantaneously. Literally instantly. How much does this make a second? Look at how fast this farms. It has a capacity of 1,500. It is quite literally better than the beehive that we made the first video with, which makes no sense because I didn't even think that was possible. So let's go ahead and collect from this simple jar. And with that, we have collected a total of 1,000 honey. And after going all the way over to this teddy bear and selling all of the honey that we got to him, we have gotten $12,170. So if we go over here to the hive, we can purchase some more jars. I think I bought too many jars, I'm gonna be honest. But if we head back over to our place, we can place these jars. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the total amount of jars that we can place, but honestly, just for this video, let's go ahead and open this common egg. There's literally nothing that's going to be useful coming out of that, but a lucky queen, 4 times luck. That's adorable. Look at our 20 times nuclear bee. What even is that? Also, I hope you like my duck shirt. This is not how I typically look, but this is my alt account, so we also have a fish on the back, and it doesn't matter. Anyways, let's collect this. We can literally pretty much instantly fill out every single one of these jars. This is insane. It only takes a couple of seconds for us to literally fill up with as much honey as possible. We're already at 7,000. We have to get to 35,000. And to do the first rebirth, we also need a molten comb, a gale vial, and a earthen comb. So we can go ahead and save those because we have them in our thing. Earthen comb, lock item, some other form of a gale vial, whatever that is. I don't even know what that means. And then we can also lock the molten comb. And after only collecting these jars for a couple of seconds, we will literally be able to rebirth like instantly. It's crazy. This thing is so insane. It's the only thing we have placed down. Just to give you some perspective, if I place this basic hive down, this makes 22. Wait, it doesn't even make it every second. Oh wait, no, my jars aren't filled. We have to wait until all my jars fill up, and then we'll be able to see. So now, how is that jar not full yet? Okay, anyways, now that it's full, we make 1 single honey every single time this fills up, and it takes about like 3 seconds for it to fill up. So every time this basic hive does 100% progress, we only get 1 piece of honey. This thing literally gives us like 300 honey a second. Wait, I can literally see. It gives us 80 honey a second, just alone. Just this single thing. This is gonna make us splash through this so fast. Oh my gosh, it literally filled up the jars 3 times. I don't even have to actually actively collect the jar because it can hold 15,000. That makes no sense. The first time I played this game, it took me like 30 minutes to get to the first rebirth. We are already halfway to the first rebirth, and I've been playing for like 5 minutes. Like literally 5 minutes. I don't even understand how that's even possible. But let's go ahead and collect these jars once again. And it's time to wait until we can hit the rebirth, because once we get the rebirth, we'll get a bigger plot and a bigger honey jar, and we will actually be able to start buying some useful honey plots. For now, we're kind of stuck on these things. Let me go over to the market and show y'all. So for now, we are stuck with these hives, and these hives, the tundra hive is the rarest one we can get, and it's not very good. It gives us 2 honey every single second and only 1 times luck. So right now, my goal should honestly be to get either a Titanic jar or maybe some sort of festive hive, but even then, the main goal is to rebirth as many times as humanly possible. Let's go ahead and collect all this stuff. Literally, all these honey jars are just gonna fill up a bunch of times once that stuff is done. We got an astral honey jar. It's 1 in 10,000. This person has a 1 in 900 million queen's crown. That's the most insane thing I've ever seen. And he makes 309 honey a second. But even then, that's with all these fancy farms and stuff. I make around 270 a second on my main account, and I don't even have good stuff. I have the original OP limited event, but then I have just a bunch of stuff that didn't take me that long to collect that I played off camera because I genuinely actually like this game. And I mean, I'm pretty close to this guy. This guy's got some fancy stuff though. I mean, this, anyways, let's just go back to our house because we have more honey to collect. And if I go go to rebirth. How close are we? We're only like 5,000 honey away from completing the original first rebirth, which should take like 40 minutes once again. But it's going super fast, which is very good for us. Let's go ahead and sell all this honey and see how much money we make. If we were to sell the honey, we make 304,000. We've been playing this game for 8 minutes and I'm at $300,000. What can we buy with this? We can buy literally the glow shroom dipper. We're almost at the steampunk dipper, which is I think what I'm at on my main account. Anyways, there's nothing really we can craft just yet. I don't even think, wait, how much? I'm curious as to how much capacity the simple jar has. It only holds 500. So the thing that is going to speed us up, so what's going to speed us up the most is collecting these sort of honey stumps or the Titanic jar. So if we can get a forest hive, a royal comb, and a simple jar, then we will be chilling. Wait, what is a refiner? Okay, we have to buy one of these. If we place it on our plot, it'll make new honey. I don't even know what that means, but we need to put this down on our base to find out because this is a part of the new update. I didn't even realize this game I knew that the game came out with a new limited beehive, but I had no idea that, wait, I just picked it up on accident. I had no idea that there was a refiner. What even is that? So to make a jar, I need a honey jar, a wild jar, and a berry jar. How do I even do that? What in the world? Missing ingredients. How do I make a honey jar? I don't understand. We have the simple jar. Oh, okay. I'm actually an idiot. I just, if I collect the honey, it gives me a honey jar. Okay, let's go over to this refiner. See, we can purchase, it takes 15 minutes to refine, but we can make a giant jar. That is just not worth it. Wait, I'm not gonna pay Robux for that. Anyways, let's just keep collecting this honey until we have the 35,000 needed to rebirth. Let's go ahead and rebirth, and now we are missing everything. As you can see, we played for 10 minutes so far, and we have just rebirth. There's literally just the nuclear beehive. I think that's what it's called. What is it even? The atomic hive. That's the only thing we have, and the atomic queen. And so if we return all the way over here, we should be able to purchase new hives. So here we have the crystal hive and the glow shroom hive, but what we really need is a simple jar or a clay pot. The clay pot has a capacity of holding 3,000 honey. So that is really what we're aiming for, but this thing holds 15,000, so we can just collect 4,000 off the rip already. We haven't even done anything. Already have 4,000 honey. We can go ahead and sell all of it unless we have something important. We have none of the vials that we need to rebirth for the second time, and this time we need 125,000 honey. So let's go ahead and sell. The clay pot is going to give us the most amount of space. We should also try to purchase as many of this crystal hive because it's the highest. On the first rebirth, the highest level hive barely gives you anything, but this time we at least make like 6 a second, and if we place like 5 of them, I don't know where they're even going to go because there's no space in this farm, but if we place like 5 of them, we should be able to make a lot of honey, I think. I mean, we don't even need a collection jar. This thing literally holds 15,000. That's insane. That's insane. This game is so fast when you just purchase the most OP thing possible. But let's go ahead and collect all that is in there, and we have one of the shadow vials and one of the light vials, which is, we need 3 of them. So let's go ahead and lock those in my inventory. Light vial and shadow vial. The light vial is literally 1 in 49,000. We have to do that 2 more times. The shadow vial is also probably like a 1 in 49,000, so that's quite crazy. That's crazy. This person also has the OP honey. They make a 1,439 honey a second. What do they even have placed here that's making that much? Oh, they have this. Okay, so they have wild spire hives everywhere. Their farm space is literally ginormous. I didn't even know it could get this big. And then they have a bunch of fort nectars, which are honestly some of the coolest things. And then they also have this insane hive, which is the first hive that we got in the first video that we made in this game. But let's go ahead and check on our hive because our farm is not looking like their farm just yet. So we gotta lock in. Collect 8,000. We've gotten 2 more light vials, so that's all the light vials that we need. And we only need 1 more shadow vial, and then the rest of it is just collecting as much honey as possible. Let's go ahead, collect the honey that's there, and head over here to sell everything we have. We're at 215,000, which is enough to purchase. It's enough to purchase 2 of these large clay pots, which are capable of holding 3,000 honey. Which, I mean, I'm not really AFKing, so the honey thing never fills up. But once we start adding more farms to this thing, it is going to be useful. Let's go ahead and put this farm as close to the corner as possible so we can open up as much space to put some other farms here. Because that's what we need to do to increase the amount of money and the speed in which we collect honey. Let's come over here and sell all this stuff that we have because we don't need most of this. Is there any hive that we can purchase so far? A crystal hive for 120, a glow shroom. See, the highest hive that we could have gotten to made 2 honey a second on the first rebirth, but the second rebirth allows us to make 5 honey a second, which is not that good, but it's significantly better than the first rebirth max honey hive. So once we hit the second rebirth though, that's where the game gets serious. Actually, the third is probably the best, most fun rebirth so far. I have not gotten to the fourth. The fourth and the fifth are probably awesome though. Let's just go back to our thing. Now that we have sold all the stuff and we've gone to the market, we can purchase a crystal hive, which is going to help a little bit in making some more money. And if we buy as many of these as possible, it this should be relatively quick. One down, one crystal hive down. Look at this guy. He's beautiful. Hello, friend. He's just like a rock. He's like a geode bee. How does that even make sense? Well, he's staring at me. Why are you so close to me, dude? I didn't know those kinds of bees existed. This is the most peculiar bee because it doesn't even look like it. That looks like a centipede, dude. That is, I mean, maybe the radiation has affected the bee, but I don't know what that could possibly, I don't know what could be happening there, right? That just doesn't even make sense to me. But if we collect all this honey once again, we have gotten everything we need for a rebirth. We just need to collect 125,000 honey. So if we just sell all this stuff that we've gotten and head over to the hives, we should be able, oh no, we still can't purchase another crystal hive. Okay, more waiting. This sucks. Downvoted the game. Just kidding. I like this game. So now that we've waited a little, we should have collected a lot more honey. So let's go ahead, grab all of that honey and head over to the market to sell it. Why am I so bad at talking? I got 4 crystal hives. Okay, that's what I did. I went to the market, I took the $400,000 and I bought 4 crystal hives and now, or 3. And with that, we should be collecting way more honey. If you're wondering why I just crashed out there, it's because I repeated that like 7 times. 7 times and I could not get it right. Anyways, there's literally nothing to do because this hive is just so overpowered that I'm standing here until I can just rebirth so that I can finally collect another thing. But we're pretty much halfway to the next rebirth. So for now, we wait. And I think I have a tundra hives where I might as well place down. It does 2 a second, which is not a very good number. Okay, but I will take it. I will take it. If we think about it, these all do 4 a second, I think. So if it's 4, 8, 12, 16 a second is not that bad, you know, in comparison to the 200 a second. It's actually 80. The 80 a second hive. 1 does 80 second, and then a combination of 4 does 12. So, you know, I respect them for trying. Okay, the crystal hives are putting in work. There's a blizzard event. Hopefully we can get a chill effect on our nuclear hive to increase the amount of honey that it produces, the speed of the honey, and also the quantity that the hive can hold. I'm pretty sure this is better than the first hive that we made a video on because I think after the chill, it got up to 12,000 and this thing this thing's base capacity is 15,000, which is already like 3,000 more than the volcanic one. We can go ahead and head to the market to sell all this honey so we can purchase another one of those crystal hives. And if we go back now, place it down, we should be making more money. Obviously, that's how that works. If I place a hive down, it's going to make more money. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm stupid. Yes! Oh, wait, no, it's a crystal hive. No, I got so excited. It's just a crystal hive that became chilly. Please give me the stop making the other hives chilly. Make the nuclear hive chilly. That's what we need. I don't need these to be blizzard affected. I need this one to be chilly. That's going to be super powerful. Please. Anyways, we can just collect honey from these clay pots. Dude, every single one of the chilly hives is mutating. Can you just mutate the rare one? Please, game. And after waiting a little bit, our thing never became chilly. The entire blizzard event ended and every crystal hive became chilly, but no. My nuclear hive just can't go chilly. I don't like this game. Our nuclear hive never got chilly. That's stupid. That's so dumb. Anyways, let's go back to the market and sell all the honey that we collected over this time. We should actually be very close to the rebirth. We need like 30,000 to be able to rebirth. We have all of the stuff in my inventory, so we just have to wait. We have to wait until we get that stuff. But for now, we can just buy a couple of crystal hives, head back over here, place as many down as possible. Boom. I don't know how many more we could fit in here, but I can go to the market and purchase a jar because we are running out of space. A clay pot. I don't know why I called it a jar. We're gonna worry about refining much later into the video because for now, I just cannot see how refining would be that beneficial to us. Advanced refiner. Now, I don't know how useful this will be for us now because I think, honestly, we're probably going to pass through this section before the 15 minutes even passes. So, like, the highest thing we can create is an Equinox vial. But, like, what does this do for us? It just sells for more? We have to wait 1 hour to even refine it. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna rebirth by then. So it's not even gonna... There's really no point in worrying about the refiner until I have absolutely maxed out everything else that I have. So let's go ahead and collect. So let's collect the hives and the honey and the refiner. Go ahead and sell all of that stuff. Sell all the honey as well. And then with that, we can purchase another crystal hive, which will be more beneficial because we're just trying to collect as much honey as possible to get to the next rebirth as fast as possible. We could probably fit 2 more of these crystal hives, especially if I move these jars over. Let's collect all of these jars. Clay pots. 1, 2, 3. And with that, we should be able to put 2 more crystal hives, and that's going to speed up the process a little bit more. We have gotten to a total of 128 honey every second. If it's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, and 40, we're making about 40 honey a second just off all these crystal hives, which is half of what this insane nuclear bee farm does. Once again, this thing is insane. I paid $7, 7 real dollars for this, so it better be crazy. It better be crazy. It better be super overpowered. Just kidding. I'm not entitled to anything. Let's just be happy that it's super powerful. Anyways, market. We probably can just collect now and we'd make enough to rebirth. So let's go ahead and do that. We are 4,000 3,000 short. That's stupid. Not even, like 3.5 thousand short. So let's just wait like a couple of seconds and then rebirth to the third rebirth, which is crazy because we've been playing for 30 minutes exactly. I don't even know how that's possible. Only 1,000 honey left and then we will be done. Okay, rebirth to the third rebirth, and now the only thing we have left here is the nuclear farm. So let's go ahead and pick that up and move it to the most efficient location. The nuclear hive is going right here. This way we have all of this space to fill up with farms and jars, and I think it's a basket or a casket. I don't know what it's called. The new jar that we have is a oak cask, and the new hive that we have is a magma hive, which makes 8 a second. So if I can just get to the point where I'm buying as many magma hives as possible, we should be good to go. But for now, we kind of just have to let this thing fill up to the maximum and then sell the 15,000 jars of honey that we collect. So let's go ahead and gather honey. Okay, after waiting for a moment, our hive is now full of 15,000 honey. If I go over here, I can sell all of that for 264,000. Do we have anything that we need to keep? The ash vial and the lunar vial are essential for us hitting the third rebirth. So let's go ahead and lock the ash vial and the lunar vial. The only thing we need other than that is the mist vial, but for now we can just focus on selling everything that isn't that. And with that, we also need to purchase the magma hive for 500,000. But for now, we can focus on buying a oak cask, I think, or maybe just a couple of clay pots. And this should give us enough storage to the point where we can kind of just sit around until it fills up and then sell it once again, because this is going to hold 15,000. And then the extra 6,000 is going to make us hold a total of 19,000 honey. Apparently, we can hold 24,000. I don't even know where oh, wait, these hold 4,500. Never mind. Our total amount of honey we can hold is 24,000. I thought those held 3,000. I guess they don't. But with that, we return to the waiting game of waiting until this hive has enough honey. I mean, we could come over here and purchase a lot of like crystal hives maybe, but for now, I don't think that is the most important thing to do. I think what we need to do is focus on collecting as much of these clay pots and just kind of sitting around because there's nothing to do. We can inspect the competition, however. Who is this person? Dodo Man 46000. We've already looked at his plot actually, so let's just go ahead to someone else's plot. This person, we looked at their thing. They're literally speaking in game chat. Nobody wants to speak to you, frog. Anyways, they have the magma thing. Is there anyone else in this game besides us three? There's someone named Soul. Let's go ahead and look at Soul's farm because we've looked at everyone else's farm. He's also super OP. He makes 259 honey a second with a total capacity of 95,000. He's got 18 structures. Most of them are tree of life and these honey silos, which I have gotten to on my main account. Oh, they're pretty much all. Oh, this guy is not pay to win. This guy just straight up is the GOAT. Only hive of lives. This guy is actually farming super hard. That's crazy. And he also has this queen. Wait, I can pay to copy someone's queen? That's insane. Does it only last while I'm in the server or is this forever? Wait, that's actually crazy. What is this? What is this queen that he has? He has I don't know, it's like a desert queen of some sort. If we come over to our thing, we can actually look at how rare that queen is. Let's see. If we view all the queens in the game, we can see how rare that is. Can someone copy my atomic queen for cheaper than I purchased it? I guess, but they would not have my farm, which is mostly that's the most powerful part. But there's also a possibility that there was some sort of void bundle. I don't know. I probably was not playing the game at the time. I started playing when in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so I don't know if there was a bundle before this that had the void thing. If you know, comment it so I can find out. But for now, I'm just a big fat goober baby. Anyways, let's go over here and sell for 181,000. There's a possibility that I just sold a misfile if I had one, so that sucks. I should have probably looked through the things that I had. Wait, I have a Zen hive? How good is that thing? I don't know. I'm a little curious, but for now, we can just purchase another clay pot to hold more storage and place that down right here. Let's look at the Zen hive. Look at this thing. Wait, please tell me this is good. Is this good? How much honey does this make? 13 honey a second? No. Wait. How much honey does that give us? Is that one of the basic hives? Oh, it makes 3.2 honey a second with a capacity of 160. But I think we got a better one than normal because this holds 240. Yeah, I think this hive specifically is buffed for some reason. We got it for playing a certain amount of time of this game. But for now, we can just collect all this clay pot stuff. How close are we to the honey collect? We need 375,000. We are at 40,000. But we have still not even gotten to any other hives yet. So once we start placing other stuff, it's going to go super fast and we're going to rank up to the next rebirth. We can go ahead and collect all the honey that we have here. How much honey do we have? I don't know. We've collected quite a bit. We are at 64,000 of the 400,000 we need to collect, but we should be able to sell all of this honey and vials and stuff and purchase a couple of, or at least one magma hive, which is going to be quite beneficial in us making as much money as possible. And honestly, even until then, we could purchase a crystal hive. And whenever we get a little bit more honey, we could purchase a couple more crystal hives until we are making a lot of honey. And then we can purchase as many magma hives as possible. So for now, we're going to place this crystal hive down and one of these magma hives down. My goal for now is to get as many of these crystal hives down. And then once we have a lot of money, we can purchase the magma hives. But for now, we kind of have to get to the point where we have a lot of money from the crystal hives, or maybe something a little slightly bit rarer than them. If I go over here and sell, we have a total of 255,000, so we can go ahead and purchase either another crystal hive or maybe a terra hive. I'm gonna go with terra hive. I think 200,000 might not be that hard to collect a lot of, so let's go ahead and place this terra hive right here. And I'm just gonna make a big line of terra hives. We should be able to fit another one right here, and then we'll be able to fill out this entire row with them. And then our farm should be making a lot of honey. Right now, it's making 11700 a second, which I think is similar to what we had last time, but we only have 3 things put down, so that's pretty good. 4 things, 5 things. I can't count. We still have yet to get a mist vial, which is confusing me. I don't understand why that is the case, but I mean, I guess whatever. We also need to eventually upgrade these clay pots into oak casks, but for now, this is working, I think. So now that we have waited around even more, this game has a lot of waiting around when you purchase the most insane thing, because I mean, you just have to collect as much money as possible and then go and sell it. So we have to collect as much honey as possible so that we can make the money. So let's go ahead and sell, and 429,000. That's a pretty good amount. So if I purchase 1 magma hive, I made a mistake in purchasing this extremely expensive magma hive. We can go ahead and honestly sell it. Unless it does not make us enough money to buy a couple of terra hives, then I don't know. But for now, we can just place down our terra hives like so to max out the amount that we have placed down. If we max out the amount that we have placed down, we should be pretty good. Let's see if this rare egg gives us anything good. I don't think there's even anything that does 20 times luck. Nope, nothing. Anyways, we can just kind of ignore that and come over to the market, sell the hives that we have. Magma hive, crystal hive, 250,000 for it. I think at that point, it honestly is better to just keep it. So let's go ahead and place that thing down again. The crystal hive we can sell though, because it's not really, it's kind of just taking up space. And I don't think it's gonna help that much, honestly. So we can go ahead and sell it. I'll sell that and use that money to purchase the next terra hive. If I sell, I might actually have enough to purchase it. We're like 16,000 short. So let's go ahead and collect some honey. Sell all honey. And with that, we are able to purchase another terra hive. So we're trying to go as fast as possible through this rebirth. This took me so long last time, mostly because I spent the first 30 minutes, 40 minutes of playing this game without a single OP pet, without anything actually. Now that I've started with an OP pet, it's not taking as long to get to this 3rd rebirth, but for the most part, from what I've seen in this game, it takes quite a long time to get there, especially without anything pay to win. So, I mean, we can obviously see 2 of these people. Wait, no, this guy has nothing that's pay to win, so I'm impressed. This guy's pretty goated. The other guy's pay to win, okay. But Dodo Man, I think, just actually leaves this game on 24/7. And then the other guy is a goat, honestly. I have nothing to say about this guy. He is straight up actually grinding. No pay to win, no nothing. Me, I'm a loser. I'm a loser who purchased this super OP thing. But you know what? We really need to get this mist vial eventually, because for right now, we are kind of struggling with collecting one. Let's just go ahead and purchase another terra hive. And this is until we get something like a void orb or whatever it's called, and then we'll be able to sell that and hopefully purchase as many magma hives as humanly possible. Or if we can get this nuclear hive chilled, that would be pretty beneficial. We need something of the sort like that so that we can actually go Super Saiyan through this rebirth. A void gel, that's the word I was looking for. Right now, we make 137 honey a second with a total of 30,000 total honey capacity. Let's go ahead and collect the honey from these jars. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here so far? If we sell, we are at 75,000. We need to get this total capacity as high as possible because 30,000 is going to take a couple of visits. Let's go ahead and save up for some oak casks because they hold 7.5 thousand and they're the 3rd jar in the entire game that we can purchase. So for our rebirth, we are at oak casks. So we need to purchase that pretty much as soon as possible, as many of them as possible, because it is going to make our life much, much easier. If we go over here and sell, we might have enough to purchase it. 160,000. How much does it cost to purchase an oak cask? 250,000. That's painful. That is a painful amount of money, dude. Why do I have to collect that much honey? Why? Anyways, we can kind of just wait a little bit until everything starts filling up because we don't really have that much honey right now. We need this stuff to lock. We need to lock in. We need to lock in. Let's lock in, guys. A void gel would make my life so easy. I would be able to buy as many oak casks as possible. I would be able to buy 1,000,000 magma hives, but for right now, we are just stuck with no void gel. Please! If we go over here, we can purchase a small luck potion. So right now, we are just activating all of these luck potions. They give us like 1.5 times luck, but the amount that I can purchase makes it so that I can have 40 minutes of luck potion, which I think is more beneficial than even a large potion. Having a general luck potion for like 50 minutes, I think is more important because of the fact that this game is a lot about waiting. So I think if we have a small boost for a long period of time, it's better than having a large boost for a small period of time. That may just be my very small brain though. I could be wrong, I could be entirely wrong. Oh my gosh, I did not expect it to make it that much quicker. We still don't have a mist vial though. How can this be? It's fine. Go ahead and sell all that stuff. And with that, we can purchase some oak casks. We can purchase one oak cask actually, because for some reason it is impossible to collect things in this game. Go ahead and put it down. For anyone who does not know what that oak cask looks like, it looks like this. It looks like a huge barrel. Not a barrel. That's not a barrel. That's like a bucket. It's a very wide bucket. Is that what it looks like in real life? Is this a real thing? Is this a real concept? I don't know. I don't know anything about bees or collecting honey. I am just a simple bee farmer in Roblox. That's all I have to me. A little fat man. Anyways, let's go ahead and collect this honey and head back. Sell all of that. And with that, we can purchase another one of these Terra hives, which is the move until we can collect a void gel. The void gel is going to be the craziest thing that we can get. Maybe it's a craft pet. I didn't even consider that. Maybe the bee, maybe the queen bee or something is some sort of pet. No, like a craftable. It's not. I don't understand how this bee works. Anyways, we could work to try to get wild spire hives, but we would need a coral hive, a storm hive, a life vial, a terra hive, a magma hive. Is that possible? Is that easy to get? Coral, storm, terra, magma. So to purchase the first one, a coral is 275. It's actually more profitable to just buy a bunch of one of them than it is to make that. I don't know why anyone would make that, but we could go ahead and collect it. One of these casks gives us 11,250 storage space. I don't even know how that works, but it does. We still have no mist vial, but we can go ahead and come over here and sell all the stuff we do have, and we make 280,000, which means we can purchase another terra hive. Wait, I meant to buy a cask. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I don't even think we can fit any more of these terra hives in here. How many do we even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 hives. We might be able to fit some right here, actually, now that I think about it. It might be 2. I think 2 could fit in this area. So we still have some space for that stuff. We could go ahead and sell this clay pot. I didn't even think about that. It's 45,000. That's pretty good. I'll take that. Let's go ahead and collect from the clay pot and the oak cask and all this stuff and head back. Do we have a mist vial yet? No, we still don't. Somehow, magically, we still don't. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. It's fine. We need 5,000. I'm 5,000 short from another oak cask. Let's go ahead and sell everything. And now that we have that money, we can purchase an oak cask, which is going to make AFKing from my computer a little easier, a little bit easier, because now we can collect a total of, and for right now, we only need like 100,000 more honey and a mist vial, and we will be able to hit the 3rd rebirth, which I mean, from my experience with this game, that would have taken billions of years without this super OP hive. Let's go ahead and purchase another potion. If we come over here and collect a bunch of honey, we can go over there and sell all of the honey and make a bunch of money. I mean, we literally have 78 minutes of small luck potion. That's just absurd. And once we collect like 250,000, we can go ahead and replace this clay pot with another oak cask, which I think we should have enough now. Let me just make sure I don't have a mist vial, and we can sell all of that stuff and purchase another oak cask. And if I sell the clay pot, it actually only costs us 200,000 because the clay pot gives us 50,000 for selling it. So the upgrade is really pretty much cost efficient, honestly, TBH. And now we have enough money to purchase another terra hive. If I wanted to, I can honestly purchase a coral hive, but let's save some money and purchase the terra hive. I don't think that the upgrade in the amount of honey is that much worth it. So we can just go ahead and place this thing right here, and we should be able to place one last terra hive right here. And if we move this thing over, because this doesn't make that much, we'll be able to place 2 more at the entrance of our place, and we should be going super speed. Look at how fast these 11,000 honey oak casks fill up. And now we just kind of have to wait. Once again, a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting in this game. Lot of waiting. Oh, we still have yield potions. Let's go ahead and spend a bunch of time drinking them. Bloom, bloom. I'm drinking the Among Us potion. No, please. Please, I'm turning it to the red Among Us. Literally just keep drinking the yield potion. Endlessly drink it. And if we go over here, we have officially gotten 2 oak casks filled up with 11,000 honey. Our new total amount of honey we can hold is 50k, which means it'll only take like 3 more times of this farm filling up until we have enough honey collected to rebirth. We are only 70,000 honey away, but we don't have a mist vial yet. How is this even possible? This is so annoying. We have a life vial and we don't have a mist vial. The life vial is literally 1 in 1 million. How do we have this but not the other thing? If we had blood moon vials, we'd be able to make a lot of blood moon hives, which would literally double the amount of honey we make. But I think a blood moon event would have to happen, and that's just not happening. That's impossible. I've never seen that even happen. Please give me a mist vial. How do I still not have it? This is insane. This is insane. This is insane. How long does it take for an individual to get a mist vial? Do I have to place something down? Does a specific hive bring more mist vial? I don't understand. Is a mist vial even even rare? Oh, does it have to be raining for me to get a mist vial? Do we? Oh, no. I feel like it's possible. I think that might actually be the case. That's so frustrating. Please, please just give me the mist vial. It hasn't even rained. It hasn't even rained. We have 1 minute and 30 seconds to pray for rain. Please, please give me rain. We are literally almost there. We just need mist. Please, please spawn mist out of the sky. We have $1 million worth of honey. What even is worth that much? We have the 143,000 life vial, but other than that, oh, I guess we just have so much honey that we have $1 million worth of honey. So I guess we could purchase 2 magma hives. And if we collect, where could we place this? Where could we place this? It's a little big, so I think we might have to pick up one of these Terra hives, place it right here. And if we pick up this one, we also should be able to place another magma hive right here. But it's fine because it makes 2 times the amount that the other thing does. So with that, we should collect way more honey. And it has a better multiplier. So hopefully we will have a higher chance of getting a mist vial. What in the world is an inferno event? What does that even mean? We also somehow magically got an arc gel, which costs $9 million. So, I mean, what do we even do with 9 million? Is there anything we can even craft with this arc gel, or do we just sell it? There's nothing. I just sell it? Okay. Let's make $9 million. And if we go home, hopefully something evolves into Inferno other than this Terra hive, because this thing is boring. Let's just go ahead and open as much space for these magma hives and kind of take out all of these Terra hives, because if we leave them there, the more amount of hives that we have, the harder it's going to be for one of these to turn Inferno. So what we really need is this to turn Inferno or this to turn Inferno. We need something interesting to turn Inferno, not one of the Terra hives. So I picked all of them up. We're also going to just sell all of them because I have the plan of purchasing as many magma hives as possible now that we have officially gotten something rare, which is also going to improve our luck. And our luck matters because it increases the chance of us getting that mist vial that we desperately need. So if we just place all of these magma hives down, I'm running out of space here. Zen hive, you're getting picked up. Oh my gosh, there's like no space here. If I move my honey casks, we should be able to place more magma hives here. No, I am out of space. How can it be? It's actually impossible to just... What in the world? There's no other place to put these. Okay, how much does this actually collect? I think it might actually still be better to place the magma hive than even using this infernal Terra hive. I'm not entirely sure, however, so I'll leave it there. Hopefully we can get some more inferno upgrades, but for now, I'll just go back to the market and sell all of the extra magma hives we purchased that we just can't put down, and the Zen hive, and all this honey. We're now at $5.9 million, and we've collected all of the honey that we need. We just need the mist vial. Please, please, please spawn a mist vial. I mean, at this point, I'm literally just going to purchase as much luck and yield as possible. I don't know what to do. We need as much honey as possible. We need this mist vial, but I think it only collects when it's raining. Please. For some reason, we're having an incredibly difficult time. All of our oak casks have filled up, so let's just go ahead and collect all of that, and hopefully we can get the flippin' mist vial. When are we gonna get the mist vial? Why is it impossible to collect this thing? I have a better chance at getting celestial gel, which costs 1.3 million, than getting a single mist vial. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I don't even need more money. Can it just rain? I got another life vial before I got a mist vial, and the life vial is one of the rarer ones. Back to waiting patiently, I guess. All of our hives have officially filled up, and it is time to try again. It is raining. Hopefully we can get the mist vial. We got the mist vial. Now that we have the mist vial, the ash vial, the lunar vial, and 375,000 honey collected, we can rebirth, and we are left with nothing. If you enjoyed the video, like it, and if you want to see me play more Be Rich, subscribe.